Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the AEW Dark Elevation review for the 17th of May, 2021. Lots of decent things on this show. At the same time, 15 matches, way too many, and many of them unnecessary. But I would still rather watch this than Raw. I would still rather watch this than parts of SmackDown. SmackDown's been a better show over the last couple of weeks. NXT, I would watch NXT over this most weeks. Anyway, Dark Elevation is still to me an unnecessary show in the sense of I don't think they need two internet properties. Um, anyway, we open with Jungle Boy with Marco Stunt and Luchasaurus defeating Aiden Elias. Um, Quick opener. I love Jungle Boy. I wish Marco Stunt would literally go ride the rides at Disney World that are appropriate for small children. Luchasaurus, I think, is a guy they could be doing more with. Jungle Boy, they could be doing more with. But anyway, 14th win in the row for Jungle Boy this year, and with a 14 win overall. Um, Maybe a future title match for either the TNT Championship or the AEW Championship is in order. Dustin Rhodes defeats Aaron Solo with the Factory. Feud is goofy. Solid performances for both guys. I think Dustin Rhodes is being wasted in these underneath talent matches. In the sense of the guy is 50 or older and should be used to put people over or to further feuds, not in enhancement matches that don't really matter. Why take the bumps if you don't have to? Um, Dusty Rhodes does give the spotlight to the younger talent he's in the ring with when needed. Rhodes basically teases using the cowbell early, changes his mind, and wins the match with a neck breaker along the way. Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston against Danny Limelight, and Royce Isaacs. Um, there's certainly an ongoing thing here with Limelight and Moxley. I don't think Moxley should be on an internet show. I think that's a waste of a nationally recognizable talent. But if you're going to do it, matches like this aren't the worst way. Match is decent. Limelight bumps all over the place and probably could be a major breakout star if he didn't have to deal with New Japan. Um, Moxley and Kingston win after hitting the Violent Crown on Limelight, and this is their fourth win as a team, and they face the Acclaimed Wednesday before their championship match with the Young Bucks at Double or Nothing. I don't imagine that Moxley and Kingston will win the championships, but I would support it if they did. Lance Archer defeat Bear Bronson. Honestly, wasted at this point. I think Archer needs to move into a more useful program. Roberts joins commentary for the match and has a good bit of fun doing so. The um, big guys basically uh, going at each other pretty heavy here. This is a hoss fight if ever one has existed. Chops, punches, kicks, and power moves all around. And both guys deliver all of that and more. Murderhawk Monster wins after hitting a blackout. Layla Hirsch defeats Natalia Markova. Markova's been around the WWN promotions for years. Russian gimmick making her debut here. Quick and decisive win for Hirsch, who I think they're underusing in the women's division. Maybe when they revamp it and Britt Baker wins the championship, maybe they'll do something further with Hirsch. Anyway, decent offense for Markova for what she gets in. She doesn't get in much. Cross arm breaker submission by Hirsch. And that's her 12th straight win. Hopefully that means they're going to actually do something with her and maybe put her back on the cable property of this promotion. Um, Then we see Scorpio Sky, and my computer keeps giving me reminders, even though I've turned off the reminder. Anyway, Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page defeats Jaden, Braden, and Trayvon Jordan. Uh, Another basic win for the team of Sky and Page. They run at a 7-0 victory deal here. Jordan and Braden have a decent enough showing. Sky uses heel hook to win the match, and Sky and Page cut a promo later in the pro about being happy about Darby Allin losing the TNT Championship. Bunny with Hardy Family Office against Kylan King. This is a match that doesn't need to happen. Honestly, the Bunny is a confused character. Kylan King isn't ready for the amount of pushes they've given her. Before the match, Hardy gets a promo putting over the Bunny and her change since joining his organization. Competitive match that doesn't need to be. Bunny is capable of having good matches upon occasion, but doesn't really have anything to sink her teeth into. King is a solid worker who isn't necessarily ready for the level of experience or push she's getting in terms of being with a national promotion. Blade distracts the referee. Hardy gives Bunny a foreign object, and there's a punch to King to get the win. Post-match, Bunny keeps attacking King until Big Swole runs out for the save. Maybe they'll actually give her a program to sink her teeth into, who knows. Acclaimed beats Kevin Bennett and Kevin Blackwood. Max Caster does another great rap, not a big surprise there. Match is competitive and it shouldn't be. What with the Acclaimed being on national television here today, not really a good idea. Kingston, Moxley, obviously are going to take them down. Caster picks up a win after the mic drop. QT Marshall with the Factory defeats Baron Black. Why Baron Black is here every week? He must be somebody's best friend. Black does have the skills to be an average enhancement talent, nothing more, nothing less. Marshall wins after Diamond Cutter running his AEW record on the year to 14-1. Why you're pushing a guy who should be training people and not a major star this hard, other than the fact that we like him because he helps book the show, I don't understand. Factory cuts a promo about Jacksonville with Anthony Ogogo cutting a decent promo, telling truths about America in terms of the country falling apart. I actually don't mind this. Joey Janela, Daniel Garcia. Why? Just why? As I've mentioned before, Joey Janela might be someone I hire to change my tires, but he wouldn't be someone I would hire to wrestle. Garcia's first match in AEW since September. Garcia has a decent enough match and carries Janela to something that's at least in the neighborhood of passable. And Janela can, again, hit the Death Valley driver that looks like it could have seriously hurt somebody. Garcia, we could see again. Hopefully, Janela, we never will, but every promotion's entitled to make a bad signing here and there. Private Party with Hardy Family Office defeats Dark Order, Reynolds, and Angels. Hardy Family Office and Dark Order battle again. This is a feud that doesn't seem to end, nor does anyone care about it. Private Party works with basically any combination of the Dark Order because they really haven't done anything to make Private Party matter, even in the Hardy Family Office. They're fine as heels, but they still look like they belong in a VFW hall somewhere doing high spots for hot dogs. And so, anyway, Distracted Ref doesn't see Matt Hardy use a twist of fate on Reynolds, giving Private Party the win. The fact that Matt Hardy has to give them the win just as goofy. Ryan Nemeth and J.D. Drake with Peter Avalon and Cesar Bononi defeat Roman Roselle and Derek Crescento with First Sergeant. Nemeth has a sit-down interview earlier in the program with Paul Wright. We learned that Nemeth's career in Hollywood has been a big deal. He's been involved with a good number of projects that maybe he didn't get the push with. The other two guys in the squash have a debut. I'm not necessarily a fan of having everybody debut, and they're an interesting enough act. Drake wins the match with a moonsault, giving he and Nemeth their first win as a tag team. Seeing them again wouldn't bother me, but Benoni needs to go eat some beefaroni and leave me alone. Nemeth and the rest of the gang are part of a backstage segment later in the program. Why we need to see them twice, I don't know. Tay Conti defeats Kaya Dream. I don't know why we need so many debuts on this program. I don't know why we need new talent when you don't have room for everybody you already have, but who knows. Anyway, Dream apparently only has about a year and a half experience. She looks solid enough. Conti controls most of the match and shows improvement. Wins with the DDT for her 12th win of the year. Penta with Alex Abrahantes defeats Robo. Robo, the Punjabian Lion, has a decent enough debut, but the fear factor is all that Penta needs to get a victory in just a few minutes. Thunder Rosa defeats Robin Renegade. Short to the point contest here. Thunder Rosa is going to be a continued force in the women's division. Robin Renegade had a few hope spots, but nothing that anybody should write home about. Submission with the Peruvian Caveira necktie by Thunder Rosa for the victory. Final match of the day, Mike Seidel falls to Brian Cage. Seidel and Cage work very well together. Cage is a guy who looks like $1 million but shouldn't be doing all the spots he does. Seidel brothers have been okay additions to the roster. Matt Seidel, having former multi-year national experience, has been wasted by the promotion, but that doesn't surprise me. Cage debuts Weapon X finisher and gets a victory here. That'll close it. Still better than Raw, but still a cluster mess of too many matches. We'll be back with more right after this.